Hello and welcome to this first demo of CADPower in this new V26 series. Today we're going to learn about the text counter or automatic text sequence generation tool, which is available in the text menu under the creation submenu, and it's called draw quick text or running numbers. You can also get this from the ribbon at this point, draw quick text. Now in its simplest form, the draw quick text command is used to create a pattern of text strings. Now, this is quite simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, we have created a numeric sequence. But if you go to the settings here, you can get a whole lot of options by which you can configure your text string. For example, the increment type. You can choose between integer, real, or character. So if I choose character and if I give the starting value as A and then OK, and I get a character sequence which looks something like this. I go back to settings and I can add a prefix here. So I'm going to put road number as the prefix, and then continuing the same sequence forward, I can get road number F, G, H, I, and so on. You can also put a suffix. For example, I can say this is road in phase 1. So I put a prefix and a suffix, and then I create my sequence in this way. So it's quite customizable and there are a lot of options. There are even more, as you can see now. Over here, there is an option called insert in existing series. So what you have already created a sequence of text and you want to insert a new value between road L and road M. So I'm going to select this and then I'm going to offer a new position for this text. So I'm going to place this new text here. So L and this becomes M, and then I'm going to select these two and update them. So you can see that L, M, N and O, the sequence gets automatically updated. In a similar manner, there is also a delete from existing series by which you can delete the patterns which are already created and automatically update the rest of the pattern so that your overall sequence of text remains intact. Now you can see here that the counter object, the text counter object to create is text, and we also have other options like block attribute and MLEADER. I'm going to come to that in a minute, but before that let me also show you one more interesting tool or option. This is called update underlying object if present. So if I've chosen this option, my text height is 2.5 and my search distance for underlying objects is 0.5. What this means is that if I pick on an existing text, it gets updated instead of creating a new text. For example, I just realized that these are not roads, but these are actually streets. And probably this is not phase 1, but this is phase 2. So all I need to do is change my prefix here as straight and change the suffix to phase 2, and I make sure my parameters are correct. My starting value, I'm going to put it as J because that's where the existing series stays. Now with this option selected, I'm going to say OK, and instead of selecting a blank area, I'm going to select on the text. So you can see that whatever was road number and phase 1 is now automatically changed to street number and phase 2. Why I am showing you this option is because this is a very common scenario in most projects. You create a series of text which represents your design intention, and then there is a change in specification, and often it's a tedious job to go over the text and redo everything. But with CADPower, with this particular tool CP_TC, which is available in the text menu, you can do all that pretty easily. There's one more option here which I'm going to show you before we move on to block attributes and MLEADER, that is called create range text sequence. So if I choose this option and if I choose the orientation as vertical, and I can give a value for the range. Let's say I want to create 10 items, so I'm going to choose from A to J, and whatever prefix, suffix and other parameters that you set stays. We don't need this anymore. Say OK. And now with the range text option selected, if I pick any point, what I get is a range of text arranged in vertically stacked direction. In a similar way, you can also go in horizontal direction. For example, I select this, and if I say range text spacing is to 3.5, so maybe we increase this to 50. So I get the same set of text patterns which are arranged now in a horizontal pattern. So in short, this command is used to create text in practically every conceivable manner that you can imagine. Let's move on now to settings and select MLEADER as the counter object. Once you do this, instead of text, you get MLEADERs. So we switch off the range, go to OK. And now when I select a point, I can get MLEADERs with incrementing labels. As you can see, street number PQRSTU. Now, this is once again a very common scenario in most design projects where you need to sequentially number a design entity with either text or with MLEADERs. Now, let's move to the last item here, which is block attribute. So if I go to block attribute, you have to select a block. So in this particular drawing, I have a block called fuse, and the fuse block has an attribute called equipment number, and you can also specify rotation angle, scale factors, etc. So I'm going to change and increase the scale factor to 5. So now what's going to happen is when I pick anywhere on the drawing, it is going to insert a block called fuse, and it is going to set the attribute called equipment number in an incrementing manner, as you can see now. So you can see the same data is now incrementing, and it's part of the block attribute. So if I double click this block, you can see that the equipment number attribute has been incremented. It is a patterned, powerful text incrementing and text processing tool. Right now what you're seeing here is the demo drawing for cp_tc for this command, and it's available here in the CADPower demo URL, which is theDesignSense.com/CADPower-demo-set. Over here, if you scroll down, you can get all the demo files, and the first one in the list here is the 01 cp_tc.dwg, and when you hover over this, also gives you a quick overview of what this command does. You have seen this demo now on BricsCAD, and this command works identically in all the platforms where CADPower is supported. Thank you for watching this video, and do let us know if you have any questions.